What's up, guys? This is Maestro Just Draws. Sorry for not posting a lot recently. I know I've been AFK. My time has been mostly hectic because of my job and other things which are art related. But in this video, it's going to be related to a comic which is called Blood for Blood Vengeance. So just enjoy. So basically, for this comic, it's going to be like John Wick meets military, and the first page is basically this soldier that is arriving home from the military. So basically, when I was drawing the plane, I was trying my best to figure out the shading for the plane structure, because when it comes to like metal and other different types of materials, it's kind of tricky to shade and to have like cross hatching. I'm trying to get used to it, but it's much easier when it comes to like clothing for me. That's basically the reason why I had so much trouble with it. But as I kept going on, I realized I should just try do something else and see what was best later on. When you look at my line work, it varies. So it has like a different weight when I try to outline certain things. You can see there is a difference with my artwork from over the years, especially looking at this example right here. I tend to change my line weight as I draw each line because I like to have some variation within it. I don't like to have the same weight because that's not going to provide any type of storytelling, or how should I put this, creativity. So when it comes to like having line weight, certain areas like where it's dark, you would have thicker lines, and where it's when you have light being casted onto something, it's going to produce like a shadow. So that area where the light is being casted on is going to have a lighter line weight, while the darker areas are going to have a heavier line weight. And when it comes to like I think I can't remember where I learned it from, but in my mind I think when it comes to like gravity, the lines tend to be more heavy due to the gravity which is pulling downwards. So sometimes I might choose to draw the lines heavier, depicting like there's gravity, a gravitational pull. Yeah. So it tricks the mind in a sense for the person that is looking at the art. In some cases, when I'm coloring, I tend to use grayscale, which is basically starting from like a gray color and then working your way up to color. It helps with shading and identifying where the light is coming from in certain areas. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. I heard it's good way to start coloring, or sometimes I hear it's a bad way to start coloring, but I tend to use it now and again. Learning how to draw the Asaro head is a good way of trying to figure out the shapes and different parts of the face, especially looking at the Loomis method. But I like looking at the Asaro head. I like using it. It's much more structured. It has different levels or different areas which are complementary to the facial features, and it helps with coloring and shading as well. So that's what I use for creating the face of this character. So yeah, the sorrow head is very helpful in that certain aspect. I definitely need to practice some more with the coloring and shading of the different parts of the face, which would therefore help me to excel even more with my art journey. best when you are experimenting with your brushes, like your brush texture. It's good to understand how to be able to find what works in certain paintings. I needed it for this camouflage outfit, this camouflage soldier's attire. I didn't want to like use regular brush texture, so I decided to go with something a bit more splattery. So doing the skin coloring. So when I was coloring the skin, I basically started from grayscale, but I started with green, then adding some peach color, and then adding red to the areas which are indicating like blood vessels because those areas are a bit more warm. So then I add dark areas, darker skin tones to the face, and which would represent like the shadow. And then I add some highlights to it, and then I blend everything in because the skin has like different various types of colors. I believe even melanated skin has a bit of purple in it as well. But I definitely need to do some more practice in that area, especially when it comes to like the sorrow head. Okay, so this is the finished piece for the first page of Blood for Blood Vengeance. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.